chairman not here. I understand that he is is very busy with the emergency work as a result of the crisis, but this would have been a very good opportunity for Congress to interact with the MMDA chairman on something that can have a very long-term effect on what we need to do. As a result of the biggest disaster that hit Metro Manila in maybe next to the destruction of Manila during the liberation in 1945, I believe. This is probably the worst that hit Metro Manila, and it would have been very good to interact with the chairman on this matter on a very productive basis. But having said that, I can already anticipate the reason why the chairman is not here, and I personally would like to commiserate with him. He has a tough job to attend to, but maybe, Mr. Chairman, we can focus on my first question, which is with respect to the floods that hit Metro Manila. Maybe know from the general manager of MMDA whether they have already made a preliminary assessment on what were the principal causes of the big flood that hit Metro Manila, particularly, very ironically, right in the heartland of the chairman of MMDA, Marikina, and the adjacent city of Pasig, Cainta, and of course, including my district in Parañaque, where more than 6,000 families were affected because of the flash flood. Not as bad as what happened in Pasig, in Marikina, because the waters receded very quickly in about 2 to 3 hours. At about early evening, wala na tubig, not like what happened in Pasig and in Marikina. So my question is, meron na ba kayong assessment kung ano talaga ang pinakadahilan nung flood na ito? And also, the next question is, nagkaroon ba kayo in your contingency planning maybe on the very remote possibility of anticipating that something like this could happen in Metro Manila and adjacent towns?
Congressman Dasan?
Yes, you're recognized, General Manager, as I said.
Yes, thank you, gentlemen of Congress, good afternoon, especially to all of you. There were 3 points that were raised, if you will be allowed to comment and to answer. One is that we thank you for understanding Chairman Benny Fernandez for not being here. All of us, the AG Appropriations, the engineer for flood control, myself, and we in fact came from the field, but we have to understand that Chairman really has a hands-on method in dealing with the problem. So that explains, as you already explained, Congressman Dasan, why he's not here. The other point is that yes, we have an assessment, but actually what we'd like to do is that we'd like to compile and look at records, not only what happened 2 days ago. We'd like to see records that would run to several decades to come out with a more definitive report to that. But meanwhile, we can make a short assessment, and I think our assessment report will sound more credible if our engineer that's involved in flood control will be allowed to explain shortly. In my experience, my work, even though I'm not an engineer, I also get to know the situation. But with the permission of Congressman Gales, may I present to you Engineer Bamberger of our flood control, in relation to the question of
yes, Engineer, you're recognized, and please respond to the query of the Honorable Roles.
Well, good afternoon, Your Honor. Ang nangyari po kasing yung rainfall intensity na bumagsak according to pagkasa is 410 millimeter in I think 9 hours. But yung pinaka-intense po niyan is mga 3 hours, more than 100 millimeter per hour. So yung rainfall na po na yan, kasi ang ating area of Manila is 636,000 hectares. Ang ibig ko sabihin ng 0.4, yung 410 mm is 0.4 meters po yan na i-distribute mo sa buong area ng Metro Manila na 636,000 hectares. So imagine mo yan, yung tubig na yan ay pupunta doon sa ating mga waterways at sa mga low-lying areas. Aside from that, yung tubig ulan po nang bumagsak sa mountain like Montalban, Suboso, saka yung Cainta at Tipolo. Na-monitor po namin yung rainfall doon is average of 190 mm per hour. So mas malakas po yung...
Sorry to interject. Para lang for layman, na sinasabi mo, kung yung water was evenly distributed, dapat ang level ng water 0.4 lang.
0.4 meters.
So, kung 0.4 meter, kung evenly distributed. Kaya lang, because water, by gravity, goes to the lower level, yung 0.4 na yun, bumagsak dun sa, instead of 300, how many?
636 hectares.
636,000 hectares.
636,000 hectares.
636,000 hectares, pumunta doon sa, let's say, 10% lang. So yung, let's assume I'm blocking it from mid-air. No? Pumunta sa mas maliit na lugar, parang baso, dati nasa planggana, mababaw lang. Pero yung tubig sa planggana, nilagay mo sa baso, lalalim yung tubig sa baso. Yung mga nasunod ng baso, malulunod. Ganun ba yun? Something like that.
Tama siya.
Thank you.
So yung yung ating kasing mga flood control structures, facilities and like pumping stations, may design capacity po yan. Katulad po ng ating mga river system na meron siyang design capacity to convey yung flood waters, yung rainwater na bumagsak sa kanyang catchment area. Halimbawa po, yung isang creek, ang sinasabi nyo kasi kanina, tinatanong natin yung easement 3 meters. Saan magre-recall yung 3 meters easement? Kung existing creek po ay 5 meters, sa ngayon po, hindi tayo makapagsabi na 3 meters from the banks. Kasi kailangan natin to determine the actual required width ng creek to adequately convey yung rainwater na bumagsak sa kanyang catchment area. So after that, doon tayo kukuha ng 3 meters easement. So sa ngayon po kasi, yung construction is attributed doon sa constriction ng ating mga waterways like na-reclaim po yung some portion of our waterways, presence of informal settlers doon